Hello, my friends. How are you doing? I finally had some time to look at the news today, and I'm just laying around in my truck. So I thought I would get on here and make another video and talk about how the Republicans are hiding at night to try to advance the big, beautiful bill. That's right. Here at about 1 a.m., a few hours from now, honestly, on the East Coast, they're going to try to advance the big, beautiful bill through another committee. And that is some snake-like activity that they are up to, aren't they? Yes, they're hiding from us, my friends. They're making sure they do this at night so we can't hear what they're up to. And I don't know about how I feel about these Republicans, but they are always up to something. Just kidding. I know how I feel about them. Trust me, I do. Anyways, you'll have to excuse the lighting. When it gets dark outside, the lighting in trucks is awful. Very, very bad. So that's why I look like this. That's my excuse for this video. That's why I look like this. Anyways, the Republicans got a good talking to, a very stern talking to today, a good scolding from their king, Donald Trump, who came to tell them that they all should pass this bill and they all need to come together. Now, I heard he said an interesting thing, but the context of how he said it and what he meant by it remains very unclear, where he said something to the lines of "don't fuck with Medicaid." And I don't know what that means exactly. I don't know if that means Donald Trump is telling them not to make cuts to Medicaid, if that means Donald Trump is telling them to make the cuts to Medicaid and don't fuck with the plan that they already have in place for cuts to Medicaid. I don't really fucking know. I'm not sure what's going on. But if you're not sure what the big beautiful bill is, even if you're on the Republican or MAGA side, I want to assure you that all the good things you're being told about it seems to be all lies. And for the most part, this does a few bad things. It's tax cuts for the millionaires and billionaires because, they're struggling in life, my friends. It's hard to get by when you got $1 billion, We would never know because we've never been there. And who are we to judge if we haven't walked a day in their shoes, my friends? What else goes along with it? So the big tax cuts, it's going to drive up the deficit, the debt, by $4 to $5 trillion. $4 to $5 trillion. So Donald Trump once again finds a way to drive the debt into the fucking stratosphere. There's probably explanations for where it goes. I know that Pete Hegseth is asking for a lot over at the Pentagon. Pete Hegseth said he's asking for around $1 trillion. I guess that whiskey's getting pretty expensive. Must be the fucking tariffs. I don't really know. But Pete Hegseth needs a big budget for the Pentagon now. A huge, massive budget that sounds like alcoholism to me. I know. I used to drink a lot, and I know that it's expensive. It must be it. Other than that, it is absolutely destructive as far as I can tell. The main things are they are trying to cut Medicaid deeply all over the country, and we know that this disproportionately affects the red states. Obviously, they get hit much harder by these things, and that's just kind of the way that it works. And on that note, I heard the argument on one of the things I was reading that they're not getting rid of Medicaid, they're just kicking it back to the states. I don't know when the fuck this happened, my friends. Well, I have an idea. It was around the Roe versus Wade time, but we'll get back to that in a minute. But this whole idea of kicking it back to the states doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If this is what we're doing now, we're sending back like all policies, Roe versus Wade, all funding, all these things all back to states. Why are we doing this? Why are we even connected as a country at this point? Just break us all off into 50 separate states, or countries rather, and we'll just leave each other the fuck alone. Because, look, I'm from Colorado. That's a blue state. That's a pretty wealthy state, right? I've always known that Colorado makes a lot of money, and I've always known that a lot of that money ends up going to the people of Alabama or Louisiana or Mississippi. And it's never much fucking bothered me because, hell, we're all in this together. Even though these people in these red states make dumb fucking decisions, we're all in this shit together, right? So I don't understand this kick it back to the states mentality that everyone fucking has, especially the red states that are so goddamn dependent on blue states to cover, their shortfalls, which is fine. It's not a big fucking deal. I'm not talking down on the whole thing. That's how a country works. That's how a system works. We all work together for the fucking greater good. I'm fine with it, right? But you get so many of the red states that cheer it on and say, fuck yeah, all we're doing is sending it back to the states. Look, with Roe versus Wade, it was a fucking disaster, and there's no way to look at that. Unless you're being a completely dishonest shithead, there's no way to say that this turning Roe versus Wade back to the states was a good thing. The end result was and is that there are women out there that cannot get access to the health care they need, and they're dying because doctors don't want to go to fucking prison for trying to help them. They're trying to make a mad dash for a state line so they can get the help that they need. And you got to take all your fucking judgment out of it. All the bullshit that Fox News tells you to spew out of your fucking face hole, and take all that bullshit out. Well, why is it that she needs an abortion? Mind your fucking business is why she needs an abortion. Since when did this country become the nosy neighbor that's all up in everyone else's fucking business about why they might need it? And then women get labeled as all these fucking things because, she's a whore, she's a slut, that's why she needs it. What the fuck? None of this makes a damn bit of sense why we are treating other people like this, period. None of it fucking makes sense. But the end result was a lot of women dying or being harmed or babies dying. I thought they were pro-life. I don't fucking get it. Fine. It was a really terrible way to find out that kicking shit back to the states didn't work out. So now we're talking about doing it with other shit like Medicaid. I don't fucking understand. I don't understand how these red states expect to cover the fucking bill on these things, you know? You look through the blue states, you look through the red states, and a lot of the blue states are going to be just fine. All the West Coast states, they can afford to pay their bills, of course. Colorado, I think, will be fine. I don't really know about that because, well, let me get into this and I'll link the two together. Like Texas will probably be fine. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But I was thinking about Florida. For a minute there, I was like, you know what? Florida will probably be fine, but it actually has the same problem that Colorado has, is that we have effectively murdered tourism in this country. Canada don't want shit to do with us. They don't want to come down to see. Remember the video I did about the things that America excels at? Tourism, entertainment was on that fucking list. Tourism is a huge fucking industry. Now that we've pissed off Canada, they're not coming here. Now that we're throwing people in ICE detention facilities for possibly being an immigrant or whatever we're doing, we're on a watch list. My friends, Americans, I don't remember what the fucking list is called, but other countries are warning, don't go to America. So with that said, Colorado and Florida have the same fucking fate. Our tourism industries could be fucking completely dead, right? And for Florida, what else do they have? They have tourism and they have taking care of elderly people. Well, your bill for taking care of elderly people just got sent back to your state. Your tourism's dead, and those old people are fucking done for. That's all there is to it. They're done. They're fucking done. They've had it. Right? So we've got this argument about kick it back to the states. That doesn't make a damn bit of sense. What the fuck are you cheering for, red states? Mississippi, what you so excited for? You're fucking yourself. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. So we've got that, and then every once in a while, my friends, I try to see the good in people, right? I really, really fucking try. And it takes me a little while for shit to really start clicking in my brain. You guys got to watch it in real time when I was discussing Josh Hawley, that slimy little fucker. That slimy little fucker, Josh Hawley, that cheered for an insurrection, threw his fist up, wanted the crowd to come through the doors, and then he ran off like a little bitch when that crowd came through the fucking doors. That Josh Hawley, in case you're confused about which one. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt because he is adamantly opposed to these cuts to Medicaid. He's saying that he won't sign off on the bill. Senate's saying that bill ain't gonna pass Senate. That's what they're saying at this point. That may change, though, because Donald Trump has a knack for getting these fucking spineless bootlickers in line, doesn't he? But anyways, Josh Hawley says he won't sign off on it. And like I said, I tried to see maybe the good in him and maybe he was trying to do the right thing. But people are going to challenge him for his spot. All he's trying to do is save his political career by being against these massive cuts to Medicaid, which might be a good enough reason. I mean, if you're forced to do the right thing, because you're worried about losing your job, I mean, it's as good as we can get from the Republican Party, right? That's it. But, see, they're doing these things at night. They had one of the committees at like 10 p.m. last night or something like that to pass through the committee. And now they're doing this next one at 1 a.m. They do not want us to hear what the fuck they are up to. They are in the middle of absolutely fucking the shit out of the Americans right now. These things that they're cutting from us. Look, I don't have Medicaid or Medicare or anything like that, but look, we should start acting like a fucking civilized country, and it's the closest thing we have to healthcare out here. I don't want to see people go without. I've always understood that that's what tax dollars go to, right? That's one of the biggest things that's happening with this bill. Aside from the huge fucking tax cuts to the billionaires, the huge increase to the debt, the deficit that they are planning to implement. This does absolutely nothing for the American people, and they fucking know it. They absolutely know that it doesn't help us. So that is why they're doing everything in the dead of night, hiding from the public eye. And it's just, I don't expect anything better from these fucking Republicans, if I'm being honest with you. I don't expect them to do any better at all. But that is what they're up to. I don't know what's going to happen with this bill, because we see it over and over, right? That we see this shit over and fucking over. The Republicans say, I will not stand for this. Next thing you know, they're down on all fours, licking Donald Trump's shoes and telling him, we love you, sir. Thank you so much for sparing us. And what we need in this country is for our politicians to just stand up for what's right and wrong. Donald Trump's gonna bully all of you. You guys fucking disgust me. You make me fucking sick how you bow down to one man. Oh, his people are gonna come after us. Handle it. Handle it. You're the most protected people in this fucking country. Look, I'm doing it. I'm out here in a truck. I got someone yesterday told me, well, we're gonna find you in the truck stop parking lot. Okay, son. All right, I know. We're all very scary. I know that's what's going to happen, but that's what you have to do if you're an elected politician. You have to do the uncomfortable thing. You have to stand up for what's right and wrong, and you have to deal with the fact that you may be threatened. There may be things happen. But if you don't have what it takes to stand up for the American people, fucking resign. Get the fuck out of there. We don't want you there. But anyways, I probably felt like I wanted to cover more points, but it's disturbing that they know that this bill is bad. They are getting Donald Trump over there personally to bully people, to try to get them to fall in line. And they are doing it at nighttime so that we don't know what's going on until the next day when we all wake up. They are 100% trying to fuck over the average, everyday, working class American. And I don't even know what to say anymore. They're probably not going to do the right thing, my friends. It's good for me. Look, it's good for me. As a content creator on YouTube, I get to make more fuck around, find out videos when people start losing their Medicaid. You know what, though? I don't want to. Those aren't videos I want to make. But that's the road we're headed on right now. When we have to make those videos. When we have to have those fucking discussions. When they want to kick everything back to the fucking states. It's bullshit, every bit of it. Anyways, I would say I got to get back to work, but nobody's doing shit around here. I've just been sitting here all day waiting for someone else to do their fucking job. But I got nothing else on this topic, so I'm going to hop off of here. Love you guys. Bye now.